Today, we're gonna do a super simple drawing of a Thanksgiving turkey to decorate our homes for Thanksgiving. What do you think about that, Mr. Ice Cream?
I am thrilled to sprinkles about this project. All of my holiday decorations got lost last year when I moved iceboxes. So, I'm excited. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, you're right.
So what are we waiting for? Let's start the party.
Before we get started, the only materials you need for this project are paper, a pencil, a black marker, and something to color with.
So let's get started.
I am ready to go.
So we're gonna start with a pencil, like we always do, and just draw the overall shape of the turkey before we go to the details. So the top of his head is gonna be about here, and then we come down a little bit, we can go up, and this is just so we make sure that our character doesn't spill off the page. So right now I'm getting all his feathers to be right next to the edges so that everything's gonna work out perfectly. A couple little triangle shapes down here for his feet. So just something like that. So hopefully you can see this.
I can see it.
And then all of our details are gonna fit within this shape.
I get it. That makes sense.
So now that we've got our proportions kind of mapped out, we can start right at the top with a nice curving line for the top of his hat. And then that's kind of gonna come around a little bit on both sides. And then it slightly curves in. And then from there, we're gonna do a curving line up on both sides, not all the way to the middle. So leave a space there, and then two straight lines down. Connect those to make a square there. And then we're gonna draw another little square inside the first one. And then we're gonna continue those lines back down and connect the edges to the edges of his hat. And then we're gonna draw a nice big curving line for the brim of his hat.
I see where this is going. He's gonna be wearing a pilgrim
And
hat.
then we can connect this there. And then right below the buckle, we're gonna do his beak. So we're gonna do a little curve like this, the top of the beak, and it's gonna curve out and around on both sides. And then from here, I'm gonna put a little dot down here so I know where the middle is, because then this is gonna curve right back to the middle on both sides. And I'm gonna put kind of like a little number 6 right there, a little backwards one for his nostrils. And then just inside the edge of here, I'm gonna do a curving line like that. One more curving line on the other side. And then starting up on the top here, I'm gonna go around, because of course this turkey's smiling. So we're gonna do 2 lines for his smile there.
I wonder what this turkey's thankful for this year.
And then
Probably that he's not on the table.
just follow that same line. Right down to the tip of the beak. And then from both sides of the beak here, we're gonna do kind of a shape like this for his gobbler. And then now we can put in his eyes up here. So going almost back up to the brim of the hat. I'm gonna do one big eye over there. And then same thing over here, almost to the brim of the hat. And then we're gonna do 2 more kind of circles inside there. And then we can put a little tiny circle in the top right corner for the highlight. One more circle in the middle, and we can just go ahead and color in his pupils there.
He looks like the happiest turkey in the world right now.
Yeah, that's right, Mr. Ice Cream. He does look happy.
It's almost like I can feel his emotions.
So then, just outside the eyes, kind of like right where the edge of the hat is, I'm gonna do a line that goes down and curves back in. Same exact thing on both sides. And then we want to have this line continue down to a little skinny neck. Maybe it could even be skinnier just to make it funnier. Remember, never be afraid of your eraser. You don't start drawing until you start erasing.
I know you say that in like every episode, but the more I practice drawing, the more I realize how true it is.
Yeah, Mr. Ice Cream. I know I say that in every episode.
Repetition is the mother of skill.
All right. So now we've got the face looking pretty good. So now we're gonna do, the rest of this is easy. Oh, so we gotta do a little curve on this hat that curves right back around to his cheek on both sides. And then if you wanna get technical, we could do another little line for the brim of his hat.
Wow, this is turning into a masterpiece.
And then the rest of this is easy because it's all just kind of scratchy lines. So we're gonna do his little turkey wings kind of going this way. And that's gonna come back up here. And then we're gonna have kind of going down there. And then from this side of his neck, there's really no way to get this wrong. We're gonna have 2 kind of scruffy shapes that look like arms there. And then from here, we want to slightly overlap these shapes and then curve down on both sides. And then we can add a little bit more scruffy shapes. And then it's gonna kind of come back up in the middle, and there's gonna be a little gap there. So where these 2 bumps are, we can do just 2 lines coming down for his ankles. And then how we put these triangles here. do 3 little claws. Or actually, maybe 4. He's got 3 coming down the front, and then 1 that goes to the back. And then we can put a little claw on each of those. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So one claw, one, two, three, and then the 4th one is going to come back there, and then we can just put the little claws on it. All right, so now we just got to add the feathers in the back here. So we're not going to draw every little line in the feathers or anything. We're just going to start from his hat and go up here, add a little bit of character to the feather. And since all the feathers are kind of overlapping, we're kind of just going to draw the shapes. And the trick to making this look more realistic is that we don't want it to be all even. So on this side, it's kind of full, and then we're going to leave a little gap here. There's really no way to get this part wrong, because it's all just kind of scraggly shapes. Maybe I want this to come up a little higher. And that's it. So now let's go back and darken this in with some black markers and keep the party going. All right, so there's our finished black and white outline of our Happy Thanksgiving turkey.
This looks great.
So now we just gotta erase some of those pencil lines from our initial sketch that we did, where we just outlined everything.
After we finish erasing all of those stray pencil lines, we're gonna add a couple more details to make this look more 3D, right?
Yeah, that's right, Mr. Ice Cream. After we're done with this, we're gonna map out the shadows. All right, so now that we've kind of erased the excess pencil lines, I'm leaving a couple little pencil lines for where the middle of the feathers are and stuff like that. And then I'm also gonna add a couple more pencil lines to indicate where the shadows are. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but it's a little bit of a next level move. So, and it's super simple. I'm just gonna kind of draw a pencil line that curves around like this behind his hat. And then another line that curves around like this. And then I'm gonna do a little squiggly line kind of around his belly there. And then one more squiggly line around his belly. And then a little kind of circle under his beak there. And that's it. Now let's go back and color this in. All right, so there's our finished drawing of our Thanksgiving turkey. What do you think, Mr. Ice Cream?
This looks fantastic. Is there some kind of secret to how you colored it in to make it look so real?
I don't know if there's like a specific secret or anything, but one thing I did is make sure to leave a white space down the middle of the hat and the middle of his beak. And then the feathers, you color them from dark to light going out. And the body, you color it from light to dark going from the top to the bottom. That's really it.
Boy, am I thankful to have a friend like you.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Ice Cream. I love you too. I hope the rest of you had fun, and we'll see you at the next art party.
Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to save your seat at the next art party.